Jolan, true Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates, I am Fleet Admiral Tarek of the Dreadnought Arias Morte as we stand over a defenseless Sol system. It is a neutral tile, and you know what that means. One more successful mission, and the planet Earth is ours. And how fitting that a homeworld assault came up for the final time. I'm excited now, because after days, but in-game months, of besieging the Sol system, we are finally going through the final battle over a blue Earth. This is perfect. I didn't even realize that this is exactly what I wanted for it to be this specific model, which looks semi-Earth-like. And right now we are squaring off against a single space control ship, so not even the pride and might of the Federation fleet. They are down to just a few large carrier vessels, hoping, begging and praying that they will be able to defend against us. Unfortunately, we have brought the pain. Not only is the Morte here to take action, we are escorted by IKV Fencer, as well as the Dreadnought IKV Divine Slayer. Now the Fencer, not so cool a name. Divine Slayer, perfect name for what we're about to do. And just to make sure that we haven't, good, we have Marines on board. There is also a single DNF that is a Federation Plasma Dreadnought, so we will prep one of our defensive systems. A Wild Weasel, just in case. We probably won't need to use it, but it's always nice to have the option. So we'll set our systems up with our 4 ECCM and 2 ECM as we soar on into this duel. It's not much of a duel. We outnumber them, we outgun them, we outmass them. We're going to kick their butts. Quite frankly, we can also actually go to a much higher speed because an SCSX, despite the fact that it has an incredibly sharp close-range punch thanks to its very heavy Gatling Phaser armament, long range, a couple of missile launchers, and 4 photon torpedoes. She's basically a heavy cruiser, but she has space for dozens of fighters. Not literally dozens. The game doesn't let you quite do that, but enough room for quite a few fighters. 16 or 20, can't remember which. I think it's the 16. Although it is the SCS, so it might have more than the BVV. And there it goes. It's deployed all of its fighters. Speaking of which, let's check it out. I can't tell, they're all too close together. We did take quite a bit of hits from that. Fire the bait torpedoes and begin our turn. Wild Weasel's ready to rock. And continue to come out in this direction. That's a really nasty fighter mass. And show me a crash stop. There it is. He has crash stopped. So it looks like the fighters are indeed going out for us. So we're going to swing nice and wide so that we can cloak, pop under the fighters, and decloak and hit the SCS with everything we've got. So let's undergo our cloaking maneuver. Twist on in here. How much energy am I currently spending in the ECM-ECCM department? Most of it is falling. And we're expecting a massive barrage of phaser firepower from these little guys. There it is, and if we had been decloaked, that would be a hole and a lot of damage into the ship. Come out of cloak now. Oh, and it looks like our friend, what were you called again? I don't remember. It's not important because all plasma torpedoes are engaging and we're cloaking again. What was your name? Seriously. The Fencer. That was it. So the Fencer providing excellent anti-aircraft fire for us as we smash down most of the SCS's shields. It appears to me the USS Green has once again returned to be a DNF, blasting through the fight, dueling with the Divine Slayer. And I do want to decloak soon, but I do also want to be very aware of these hawks. Because if a hawk gets a good shot on you, it's a bad day, as you can see. So we're going to come out of cloak, and oh, good, that was the Divine Slayer. Fire all phasers. All the phasers. Anything you've got? There we go. Another one. Anything else? We're going to have to come around to bring our forward port phasers onto target. Make sure we don't get too close to the Kursk. The Kursk has about 4 Gatling phasers. Those Gatling phasers are enough to rip apart just about anything. Oh, hi. We had it. We may as well use it. Hawks incoming? Hawks are incoming. All phasers selected. We're aimed at them. Blast away. Knock them down to 2. And we're about to receive several more attacks. There we go. Managed to take out all the defenses. Let's increase speed, activate tractor defenses, and pull away. Blasting behind us. The Kursk is badly mauled. There's really no other way to put it. The Green, on the other hand, is in relatively good shape. I would like to Get away from the green if at all possible. We're about to have another round of heavy plasma torpedoes set to enveloping mode to go. So basically it's a reset of the fight for us. Unfortunately, we can't decloak until we take out these missiles. We literally can't drop the... we can't enter into cloak as long as our tractors are active. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Cloak and cut off the defensive systems. Drop a mine just to sort of get the green to back off. A phaser barrage will kill the Kursk. And I guess disruptors will also do the job. Let's come out of cloak now that we're in aggressive position because we're coming around on top of him. And we'll increase our speed. All plasma torpedoes selected. Distance is 10. He's doing a speed of 16 and directly away from us. I need more energy. Feed the reactor. Or I suppose feed the black hole so the black hole can power the engines. Let's go pick up the speed. We need to catch up to him. We need to make it so he's not in a powerful aggressive position, and we're going to mass fire all the pseudos now. Our starboard shields are in relatively good shape here, so we should be able to handle anything he's going to spit at us. And come on, crash stop. You know you want to. There it goes. His energies are now cutting off. We managed to get a little bit of hits on us. Fortunately, we are currently operating under a positive defense shift, and the only reason he's now is putting an attack shift on us is because of that shuttle. So let's... no, we're too close to do that yet. So we need to pull away a little bit. He is about to fire plasma torpedoes into us, which is not good. Initiating rapid maneuvering. Prepare to fire. There it is. Okay. Put this. Fire. All stop. What's this forward shield reinforcement at? Not that much, but we did get the shots out. All phases select. Through the holes, managed to cause a decent amount of crash right there. Yeah, 125 through the alpha, as well as all kinds of damage dealt to the rest of the ship. Torpedoes back to normal mode, and continue to lash out with the phasers through that hull, causing a decent amount of damage. His plasma torpedoes we were able to take on the forward shields thanks to the reinforcement, although we did dent them quite badly. What kind of speed are you doing? Dropping his speed, so not that dangerous. We do, however, want to get away from him. He's about to explode, for one, but also because we don't want to die. And, well, he doesn't really have any weapons to cause us to die anymore. Oh, this is it. The inevitability of death. He saw the missiles incoming and there was no hope. On to the planet Earth, which is apparently defended. PLPH-1. Send a probe. Let's find out exactly what we're dealing with here. Are you the super planet? Are you equipped with all the phasers in the universe? And there goes a part of the green. Or are you a traditionally armed Federation defensive planet? You are a traditionally armed Federation defensive planet with 8 phaser 4s, 16 phaser 3s, and 8 photon torpedo launchers. The final foe for our little fleet. Of course, we're not allowed... Well, we could, but we're not going to deploy any pseudo-frigates. That would be suicide. We will, of course, pay attention to how much forward shield energy that we have. And do we need to do any repairs? I don't think they actually got through us. I think these shields held for most of the battle. And maximum speed of time. We will savor the destruction of Earth and the defeat of the Federation. Although this won't be the end of the Federation. They still have several other planets, stations, and areas of territory that we'll have to take. But this will be a crippling blow. The loss of their capital, the loss of the Federation, the Starfleet Academy, and hopefully we'll be able to capture most of the Federation Council. But then again, maybe not. Maybe they cleared out of here, knowing that we were coming for them. The Klingons and the Romulans working together to take on their implacable foe, the Federation. Something in that doesn't quite work, but that's good. Fine. All the pseudo torpedoes. It's only the 2 right now because they're currently on a interesting cycle at the moment. But that will, of course, eat up all the firepower that they'll have for defensive weapons. Fire those, and all stop. And forward shields, what's your current status? Climbing. So that'll be eating up all 16 of those as we drift to a stop a little bit closer than I would want to be. Our plasma torpedoes were apparently set to normal mode and not enveloping mode. So we'll set those plasma torpedoes to enveloping mode and increase the speed of time. We have almost 40 points of energy in the forward shield right now. Unfortunately, I think that photon torpedo hit one of the side shields, and that's bad. Because we're not reinforcing those shields at the moment. And wait for the plasma torpedoes is all we can do. There is, of course, a giant hole in front of us right now that we could just blast on through. But developing plasma torpedoes will deal more damage. And that's exactly what we're going for right now. Come on, fire the plasma. There we go. Waves and waves of plasma fire, knocking out all the shields now. They are completely undefended and will be completely vulnerable to the enveloping torpedoes' full might in the next few salvos. Let's check out how many Marines they've got. 28 currently on the planet. We will have to blast them down steadily. And more incoming photon torpedoes. They're trying to whittle us down. I think the shields are holding. And hopefully those photon torpedoes aren't hitting this weak in the rear shield, or side shield. All plasma, once again, blasting out the triple barrage. And that's more like it, knocking him down to about 20 people left on the planet. Taking out some of the tertiary and secondary systems, but doesn't look like we've taken out anything super important yet, but that could just be because we're not getting particularly accurate sensor data on them right now. We are going to wait another round of firing plasma torpedoes just to ensure that they're down to a level where we feel comfortable attacking them. Let's see what kind of defenses they've still got. And tractor beams? Nope. And ooh, apparently most of the phaser 3s are offline. Let's kick it into gear and let's get in close. We're down to 3 people left on the planet. All plasma torpedoes engage at a range of 9. And we'll just continue all the fire. Prepare to launch Marines. Can't even see the writing right here for what range we're at. We're having to rely on the secondary one down there. And it's not quite as accurate, or at least not as detailed. Oh, we're in range. Beam over the people. They are beaming into San Francisco properly this time. There will be no escape for Starfleet and the Federation, as we will now own Earth. Earth is now owned by the Romulan Star Empire. Yeah, that feels good. We finally managed to blast our way through all their defenses, go through all the home fleet, and with another 670 prestige, the tile is green. Apparently we are discussing details of an alliance with the neutral. Let's go over here, just because we can, and hit a patrol. And hopefully it's not the buggy patrol. Because if it is, we'll have to redo that mission, and that'll suck.
Battle alert.
Battle alert. There does appear to be a heavy cruiser across from us. We have enemies fore and aft. Oh, it's a trap. 2 heavy cruisers. Some kind of they're both carriers. Cunning and evil. Enveloping plasma torpedoes set and ready to go. Let's increase speed. Get the ECM, ECCM system online. I know it's sapping a lot of energy that we really don't want to risk. And begin a full turn. And let's go forward shields to the maximum reinforcement that we can manage. I think we might deploy pseudo frigates. It's risky. It really is. Pseudo frigates to defensive mode. They'll stick nice and close to us. Hopefully that'll keep them from getting blown up. Who am I kidding? These are carriers. Of course they're going to blow up. This is a CVL, so that's a light carrier. This is an NCV? Yeah, an NCV. So he's a strike cruiser, or a strike carrier, which is going to be rough to deal with. How much energy do I currently have in the shield buffer? Quite a bit, so let's take from there so that we can really get some damage going on here. Plasma torpedoes, of course, we're going to have to bait them out. Although I'm not sure our plasma torpedo is going to be ready to go by the time we're in range. That's not great. Probably should call our fighters back home, because they're going to fire their plasma torpedoes incoming. They got through the forward shield, but that's fine. And fire the bait. And begin our turn. We're going to pull away. Wow, that's quite a bit of phaser fire that you have there, sir. Let's get ready with the plasma torpedoes. And yeah, that's what I was worried about. Unless, please tell me you're shooting at the fighters. Please tell me you're shooting at the fighters. Because if you're shooting at the fighters... No, they're not. They were actually shooting at the ship. That's not good. Although, they did manage to absorb the plasma fire. Or the phaser fire from them. So now they're engaging the fighters with their plasma torpedoes, which will give us open opportunity to engage him with all of our weapons. Target you, hit him with the phasers. That's all of our phasers at this point. Hey, how's the NCV doing? Yeah, he's got no defense. Anything, any phaser at all. Come on, just hit him. No, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. So we did manage to get at least one home. Are you Scatterback? No, you're a Wild Weasel, or at least the remains of one. Tractor defense is engaged, and he is now getting blasted from all directions. Oh, the USS Grant is just having a bad day. Defensive phasers kicking off, taking care of that. And let's call the pseudo-frigates home. I think his fighters are out of position with him. Actually, that's not bad. Let's continue to engage with our with our phasers. Our heavy weapons are going to take some time to come back to us. We've got quite a bit of energy in that forward shield generator, too. I think this will be the last pass before he's dead. Somebody's smoked, but it doesn't matter. Tractor defenses are active. And... okay, that's good. Unfortunately, don't have any defenses right now for other things. Am I still carrying a missile right now? No, I'm not. So we will take away the energy from our tractor defenses. Don't really have a shot at you right now. We'll have to turn away to show our stern, which is not cool with an incoming ship. You took quite a bit of plasma fire. More phasers. Kill him. There we go. Okay, so took care of all his fighters. USS Kiev. Or Kiev, depending on how you pronounce it. Everybody come home. Everybody come home right now because you're dangerous, vulnerable, and he's in good shape. We are most efficient with our fighters if we operate them when the enemy is distracted. And right now we need to allow that to happen. I do have a little bit of pseudo-torpedo fire, so port side should be 2 of them. That should bait it out. Slow down a bit. We need the fighters to come on in. Come on, crash stop. You know you need to. You're panicking. You know you want... there he goes. That's the panic reaction we were hoping for. Hey, come on home. Your communications equipment is not that badly damaged, and if it is, I'll get out there with a semaphore and call you home. All heavy plasma torpedoes. We'll get ready to really hit him with it. Slow down. We've got quite a bit of energy into our forward shield. He's got 3 missile launchers, 2 photon torpedoes, and a massive ton of phaser 3s back there. Wait for the engines, or not the engines, wait for the, yeah, for his engines. Speeds a little bit more, fire the heavy plasma torpedoes, and cloak. He's fired his missiles, that's fine. There he goes, taking out all of his defenses. We're going to bounce these off the forward shield, that's fine. It managed to dent it a little bit, but it didn't cause any important damage. Oh, you're a galactic survey cruiser. Huh. Really? CVL, apparently that's what the galactic survey cruisers came. Yeah, I mean, look at his armament. The four phaser ones here, the anti-missile defense systems, and the missiles. And his photon... it's a galactic survey cruiser. So that's what became of them. By the way, now that you're horrifically badly wounded, set him to harass and send him out. And he should be basically dead meat for them. We'll come around nice and gently with our heavy phasers, and we'll basically wipe them out. Don't do that. If you kill one of these after we have weakened you so badly, I'm going to be really disappointed. So incoming plasma fire. He still has a shuttle bay, so theoretically he could launch a shuttle. Got it. 3 incoming plasma torpedoes. He took 1 to the face, 2 to the face, 3 to the face, and our phasers. Oh, that caused all the interesting, nasty damage. I would go for a capture, but they penalize you 550 prestige if you capture one of the ambushing ships. Yeah, I don't understand that one either. Stern phasers. There he goes. So the Federation attempted to undergo some kind of cunning, dangerous, and deadly trap against us. However, we were able to easily fight our way out of the ambush against 2 of their carriers. They had, of course, realized that it was the Alias Morte that had been the architect of their demise. So let's pull into Earth Stardock. Hi. You belong to us now. Unfortunately, there's no King Condors right now on the list. That's okay. We couldn't purchase one outright anyway. So buy more of that. Fighters were all good. Come over here, buy some more Marines. May as well spend on it. By the time we get back here, we should have enough to buy it outright, but if not, we'll just sell our current ship and then return back to space. Is there a mission in... I'm not doing Epicenter. Screw Epicenter. Also, we're on a little bit out on a limb right now, so let's solidify this position here. Hopefully it's not an ambush. We don't have a whole lot of time left in this episode, but I do want to make sure that we get to the end. And battle posts, enveloping plasma torpedoes, ECCM and ECM, and of course that forward shield reinforcement, which has proven to be so very useful. Although it used to be when I used to play this way back as a child. I suppose, yeah, way back as a child. You just set it to 360-degree protection, because as a child, you don't quite understand how things actually work in this game. It's still a fun game, and very pretty, but yeah. I did many dumb things when I originally started playing this game, and it does appear to be a dreadnought, a space control ship, I assume? It is indeed. So us versus our nemesis, the space control ship, a very deadly foe. It makes it very difficult for us to use our pseudo frigates, because that many fighters. Oh yeah, that's more than enough to take care of what we've got. 2 plasma torpedoes are of course selected. Let's increase our speed a little bit. We want some energy to control this fight. And slow down the speed of time back down to normal. We were able to bounce his assault off our forward shield and fire the plasma torpedoes. Fortunately, your fighters are in a very defensive position. They're behind you, which means when you crash stop, they will move up in front of you, which is not good. Because ideally, I want them in front of them, so that when he crash stops, we pass under the fighters and then on top of him. Because he's packing heat. This hardpoint here is a quad Gatling phaser. And that mount alone is a monster. Okay, here it comes. All plasma torpedoes selected. This is gonna be close. Oh, I'm not sure I have the stomach for this. Turn in, turn in, turn in. Come on, get the other ones off, get the other ones off. And cloak. And mine. Oh, please don't be cloaked in time. Oh, we did. And we knocked out most of his shields. So we managed to cloak in time, avoided most of his fighters. Oh, it's a good day. We got a good hit with his enveloping plasma torpedoes. We'll set our plasma torpedoes back down to normal mode. We're in a good position now. So yeah, it is 20 fighters, because that's a group of 5. Makes them tougher than your average fighter. Big mine. Big free mine right there. Hopefully he'll ram into it. Can't hit us, not like that. And do I decloak? Wait for them to pass over us, but you're going to be our target. We're going to hit you with phasers. Wait for them to pass over us. Mine, decloak. Hi, I'm here to kill you. You're going to get everything I've got. All phasers. More phasers? Apparently, I don't have enough phasers to stop him. Just get away. Just stop that. Seriously? I said get away. Wow. Cloak, cloak, cloak. We must cloak. And, yeah. This is going to be difficult. I think our only option is to just remain under cloak and operate by the mines. Try and take away some of his offensive options. Because if he's able to get good hits on us, well, that'll be goodnight Irene. And we would prefer not to die. Especially not after capturing Earth. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be to have to go before the Romulan Senate and say, yeah, we captured Earth and then we got killed by a single space control ship. So he's launched his weapons. We really have to stay outside of a range of 3 with him, by the way. Because those Gatling phasers will utterly annihilate us. Come on, keep coming around. Decloak. Prepare the phasers. Come on, phasers, phasers, phasers. There we go. And a plasma F torpedo. Port side, plasma torpedo. You. All phasers. Ah, that's what I was worried about. All weapons. I'd like to get our S-type plasma torpedo into his face. And cloak. So he basically burned that one down. He did crash stop, so that's not going to hit him. But it will be another Wild Weasel used up. So we did take out one of his fighter groups, so that's useful. But he still has 3 more. 15 fighters in total, which is an impressive number. I'm going to have to build some distance in here, because we've almost lost 2 of our shields in our entirety. And he is still quite quick, because we haven't actually dented him very badly. We've dealt 18 damage. It's not great. We have taken out most of his shields, but again, full health. It makes it difficult to kill him. Come on, pass in front of me. That's where all my fun weapons are. Plasma S torpedoes about to come back online. And he's fired more of his torpedoes. Decloak. All up and select. Engage at will as soon as you can. Torpedo, torpedo. Other side torpedo, I guess. Oh crap, that's gonna hurt. Yep, we knew that was gonna hurt. Keep firing phasers. Dump a mine behind us, see if we can't cover ourselves a bit. Ah, screw it. Pseudo frigates, deployed to defend me. Oh, no, not him. Defend me. Defend me. Defend me. So they will hopefully go after the fighters now. Or they could dump torpedoes right into the center of the Sydney. Oh god, it's the return of the Sydney. What did I do to you, game? All up and select fire. There we go, causing some damage there. Causing more damage there. It looks like they're knifing in to try and deal damage to those fighters. And there we go, that's exactly what we wanted. All plasma torpedoes. Fire all the pseudos you got. Do you have any more pseudo torpedoes? No, that's it. Okay, that's that plasma torpedo. From this range, I don't think you're able to stop in time. Although you could try. That's a hit. More shots in here, eating up his phaser G. Now we're starting to get some hits in. We just had to thin out the numbers on those Hawks. Oh, really tempted. You know what? Phasers only. Knocked him down to 2. Any more phasers? No, not until he passes on the stern where he's dangerous. There we go. Got him. Let's steadily come back around. So I have an R-type plasma torpedo, and it's got your name on it. Traction defenses are engaged. Repair the engines. Fix that phaser. Pseudo frigates are doing an excellent job. They're taking quite a bit of damage, but they're alive and kicking. We have another plasma S torpedo that we're going to dump into his face. He's doing a speed of 20, which is a bad decision. Well, no, against a plasma armed vessel, it's a good decision. But it also means you can't craft stop. Come on, keep putting out the firepower. You know, we could, if we really wanted to, do a high energy turn. More firepower. Oh, beautiful shot from close range. Plasma torpedoes right on into him. That was a fake one, though. I don't think he bought it, though. That one was real enough, and he's losing most of his systems. He's down to pretty much just missiles at this point. Yeah, his Gatling phasers are out. He's got 2 phaser X's, which, you know, decent weapon, but... Oh, you jerk face. Hi, all weapons, phasers. Weaken them before they start hitting our fighters, because that would be bad. Alrighty, call them back home. Plasma? Yep, a little bit of plasma out the side. This might do it. Could do. Did not quite, though. More plasma going into him. Tractor beam is active. I'm going to see if I can pick off his problem. Nuclear space mine detonated on nothing. And there's the R-type plasma torpedo. This ought to do him in. There we go. Just in time to save our little pseudo frigate from taking damage. So good job, everybody. Target destroyed. Area of space more or less controlled. See how much prestige that was worth. Space control ships. I do not like fighting carriers. They're dangerous. Tile neutralized. Let's pop back on home to Earth. Check out to see if there's anything that we want to buy. There's our King Condor. So, of course, we will buy, supply, trade in the super expensive one, shipyard, click King Condor, buy. Aw, I was hoping that it would put this back in the bottom. So, and sell the cheap one, and we're back into a King Condor, the Flama Pena. So, the Romulan Admiralty, obviously noting our excellent operations over orbit of Sol, and the successful capture of the Sol system, has rewarded us with a brand new dreadnought, the Flama Pena. So we are back to basically full firepower. We're just going to quickly buy a whole bunch of stuff, because this is basically the pinnacle of ships, so it's good when we have maximum of everything. Although that's a lot of cash spent on spare parts. Shuttles, put them to maximum. Armed, equipped, and ready for operations. We return to our most powerful vessel, currently in orbit over Sol. Mission accomplished, everybody. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I see one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.